students on campus, and it's part of the SUNY system. Let's go to Rockville Center now for a story about two dads who are literally running around for their kids. Rich Barabi has that.
For many runners who reside in Nassau and Suffolk counties, the Long Island Festival of Races represents their personal Super Bowl. Each May, thousands of runners hit the pavement in a variety of different races, hoping to best their time of a year ago and push their bodies to the next level. But the festival also plays host to many other folks who are running for a greater cause, one that is personal to each of their hearts. You can count Rockville Center's Rob Delunto and Floral Park's Rob Schiff in that last category.
A lot of our runners aren't even really runners. They're just doing it because they believe in the cause and they want to help support it.
We first introduced you to the Running Robs last year. Both Schiff and Delunto lead a group called Team WSA. It's become a passion that, as we first showed you last year, hits close to home for both men.
When you're running and you've got your whole team with you and you'll head toward the finish line and you'll see your daughter, what'll go through your mind?
After he cries.
I hope it was all worth it.
You see, the WSA in Team WSA stands for Williams Syndrome Association. Both Delunto and Schiff are the proud fathers of children diagnosed with Williams syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that is characterized by medical problems, including cardiovascular disease, developmental delays, and learning disabilities. But rather than dwell on some of the challenges their children have faced in their young lives, both Robs have embraced the undeniable joy that their kids have brought to their families. For the Schiffs, that means running around after soon-to-be 6-year-old Evan. For the Deluntos, that means sharing a joke and a laugh with Julie.
He's running around calling me right now, and he's doing fantastic. He's going to be 6 in a month, and he's got a lot of energy.
She's learning at her own pace. She's participating in activities with all the typical children.
In order to raise awareness for a disorder that many have not heard of before, the Robs decided to form their running team 3 years ago. And since then, Team WSA has grown by leaps and bounds.
Last year we had 55 runners. The year before we had 25. We now have 121 runners that are running with us this year.
The staggering growth of the club fulfilled a prediction that Rob Delunto had first shared with us last year.
We still can't believe it. We thought, we said one day maybe we'll get to 100 runners. And that was just last year. So in a year's time, we, like I said, more than doubled the number of runners on our team.
So how did they grow their team? Well, word of mouth certainly played a role, but the team also received a helping hand along the way.
We had an idea that we were gonna reach that, but we didn't know how far we'd surpass it. But with the help of CrossFit 516, we were able to just blow right through that number.
Rob Schiff had first joined CrossFit 516 in Mineola last March in order to train for his upcoming run. What he didn't know back then was that he'd soon find a whole host of new teammates.
I approached Tyler and Logan from CrossFit 516 if they could help me out, maybe get some of their members to run, and it just grew from there.
They managed to reach out to their members, and in a matter of less than 2 weeks, they were able to round up 44 additional runners.
And so when Team WSA takes the track in May as part of a nationwide effort by the WSA to gain awareness for the now 30-year-old organization, a virtual sea of sky blue will be sprinting past eager onlookers. The letters WSA front and center on their t-shirts for the world to see.
First year was overwhelming, second year was overwhelming, and third year is, still can't believe it.
Now that I've seen the progress that we're making and the progress that we can make, it's even more rewarding.
As for the future, well, Rob doesn't want to think too far ahead of this year's race, but he's always willing to put forth yet another prediction.
You know what? I'll put it out there, I guess. Now our goal is to have 200 runners next year.
It's a lofty expectation, but if Rob Delunto, Rob Schiff, and their families have proven one thing over the past 3 years, it's that they have the uncanny knack to consistently exceed their own expectations.
Want to find out more about them, you can go to their website, williamssyndrome.org. Well, after the break,